Have you ever stood on the beach and looked out at the ocean, wondering, where does all that water end? Or maybe you floated a toy boat in the bathtub and imagined it sailing all the way around the world. Today, we're diving into a story about a titan named Oceanus, a giant so big he wasn't just in the ocean. He was the ocean. Oceanus wasn't like Zeus with his thunderbolts, or Poseidon with his trident. Nope. Oceanus was different. He was one of the titans, the super big, super old beings that came before the famous Greek gods. Instead of holding a weapon, Oceanus was pictured as a mighty man with the body of a river. Imagine a grandpa with a super long beard, but instead of legs, he had waves and fish swimming around him. He was married to Tethys, another titan, and together they had thousands of children, called river gods and sea nymphs. That means every river, stream, and little bubbling brook had its own guardian child of Oceanus. Pretty cool family tree, right? And while the other titans fought in the Big Titan War, Oceanus was chill. He stayed peaceful, just flowing around the edges of the world. Long, long ago, the Greeks imagined the world like a big flat pancake, and all around the edge of that pancake flowed a giant river, Oceanus. Every drop of water came from him. Rivers, seas, rain, even the dew on the grass in the morning. They all started with Oceanus. He circled the earth like a giant water belt. Some stories say the sun god Helios would rise every morning from Oceanus's waters in the east, ride across the sky, and then sink back into Oceanus in the west. Like the ocean was the great stage curtain for the whole day. So while other titans were busy fighting and losing to Zeus, Oceanus kept calmly flowing, never picking sides. He wasn't about war. He was about water. Have you ever had to play the role of the peacemaker at school? Maybe two friends were arguing, and you tried to keep things calm. That's Oceanus. He was the peaceful titan. Or maybe you're like the ocean yourself, sometimes calm and still, other times splashing and full of energy. Just like Oceanus, you help shape the world around you. Now let's zoom from myth to science. The Greeks thought Oceanus circled the earth, and in a way, they weren't too far off. Because today, we know the oceans really do cover about 71% of our planet. That's almost 3/4 of Earth, wrapped in blue. And the ocean is all connected. If you drop a bottle in the Atlantic Ocean, the currents might carry it to the Pacific. Scientists even call it the global ocean conveyor belt, like a moving sidewalk for water. Plus, just like Oceanus was the source of life in myths, the real ocean is the source of life for us too. Tiny plankton in the sea make most of the oxygen we breathe. So when you take a big fresh breath, thank the ocean. Now imagine the future. Rocket. We've explored the moon and sent robots to Mars. But guess what? We've only explored about 5% of our ocean. That means 95% is still a mystery, like a giant, watery treasure chest waiting to be opened. Maybe one of you listening will become an ocean explorer, riding submarines that dive deep into the darkness. Or maybe we'll build underwater cities with glowing lights, where kids can ride dolphin buses to school. Just like Oceanus was everywhere, water will always be part of our future, whether it's cleaning it, protecting it, or discovering new creatures hiding in the deep. So today we met Oceanus, the peaceful titan who wasn't about fighting, but about flowing. He wrapped the world in water, just like our real oceans do today. Next time you splash in the pool or hear the sound of waves, remember, you're playing in the footsteps of Oceanus. Thanks for joining me on this adventure. Until next time, keep your imagination wide as the sea and your curiosity flowing like a river. Bye-bye.